I'm so excited to be here. Hi everyone, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. I hope you're kind enough to hit the subscribe button, to like this video, to leave a comment and to share with your loved ones. I'm trying to grow this page so that I can earn something from it, while I also help others that are going through this process, to make them feel seen and to tell them that they are not alone, and also to help young girls out there make a better decision when deciding who to settle with. So today I'm going to be talking about a topic that is so painful, something that led to the breakdown of my marriage. I was married for 7 years, if you're not aware. 7 years in 2024. We're supposed to be 8 years in marriage in 2025, but that didn't happen. So one of the major reasons why my marriage broke down was because of betrayal. Now, I know that's a huge word. You're like, betrayal in what sense? Was he cheating on you? He was cheating, but that wasn't really the reason why. I felt betrayed on those sides. I just felt betrayed by someone that I thought would be a covering for me. You understand? When you get married, you, as a woman, you expect the man to be a covering. You expect him to be able to protect you. You expect him to be able to defend you in places that you're not even present. Even in places that you're present, you still expect him to step in and defend you. But that wasn't my case. So today, I'll be talking about betrayal. If you've never experienced betrayal by a spouse, you wouldn't know how painful it is. As someone that experienced betrayal by my spouse, it's not something that I would wish on my worst enemy. The hurt, the pain that you feel, you can't explain it. Betrayal hurts on all levels. But when your spouse betray you, the one that is supposed to cover you, the one that is supposed to be your protector, the one that's supposed to shield you from, attacks, will not be the one that brings you out to be attacked. That kind of pain, I see, there is no way I can explain it. It's not something that you will wish on your worst enemy, but that was what I suffered for 7 years. And I want to state here very clearly that I am not talking from a place of pain anymore. God has helped me and is still helping me in that regard. I'm not talking from a place of anger or that I'm not healed. No, I'm only sharing so that others can learn and make a better decision when choosing a life partner, and that women that are currently going through it will also know that they are not alone in it. When your spouse betray you, I don't know if there's anything that can compare to that pain that you feel. I felt betrayal at different times of the marriage. It was not just something that happened and then stopped. No, I felt betrayal when I came to Canada, the first month or the second month when I arrived, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. Because if I have to narrate the different times that I experienced betrayal, it will be up to 3 hours. This video will not live here. So I'll tell you the very first time that I experienced betrayal, and that made my mind started to run wild. What is this that I've gotten myself into? What is happening here? How did I get here? How did I decide to settle for this person? What did I do wrong? Is it my fault? Right? Or shouldn't I have said what I said? It happened when I arrived newly from Australia. I'll tell you, immediately I landed in Canada. That was when I decided to see all the major signs that, hey, you don't enter one chance, what have you gotten yourself into? The day I arrived in Canada, the very day, he came to the airport. He picked me up with my daughter, Imade. She was 9 months when we came. If you've ever traveled from Australia to Canada, you know how far that distance is. So we got home. He moved from Winnipeg to Calgary, I think about a week before we came. So he was also new here, but he stayed with his family, his cousin at that time. So anyway, he picked us up from the airport. We got home and he was fixing some things. And then he said, just go fry some egg and eat. The very first day I came. And I said, no, I can't fry egg after flying all the way. That's 20-something hours journey. I should fry egg and eat. I said, no, I'm not frying any egg and I'm not eating egg. And that was it. This guy did not bother to say, what are you now going to eat since you don't want to eat egg? I fed my baby. I was breastfeeding. I breastfed my child. And then that was how I slept. I slept without food. I slept without having anything to eat for dinner. This guy allowed me to sleep. See, when I tell people that with my story, I can use my hand to beat my chest that it is possible for you to marry your enemy. People will think I'm maybe just saying it because I just want to say, no. It is possible for you to marry the enemy of your soul. If you marry a man that doesn't have an iota of empathy, oh, it's as good as marrying the enemy of your soul. There is nothing that will prepare you for the emotional, psychological, sometimes if you're not careful, physical torture that you will go through. There is nothing that will prepare you for it. Anyway, that was the first welcome to Canada that I received. I slept without food. And then that experience taught me a lesson. It taught me, and I told him one day that we're discussing, that experience taught me never, ever to allow anyone travel to my house and not find food to eat before going to bed or even before leaving my house. That thing taught, because of the pain that I felt that day. And anytime I think about it, because of the pain that I still feel, if someone tells me, oh, Yuri, I'll be traveling from Red Deer or Edry to come and visit you, I'll prepare something for you. That's how that experience molded me. Now, let's go back to the betrayal thing that I was about to talk about. So I just came, got in. It was the first 2 months, if not that very month, because I came first week in September. I think I landed on the 7th. I landed before my birthday. That my birthday was a total disaster. Let's not even go there. Let's just talk about the betrayal. So on this particular day, he was on the phone with his cousin. His cousin called from Nigeria, a girl, and they were talking, and then he told her that, oh, my family, they are here in Canada. And she was like, oh, really? That's so good. Can I speak? I wanted to make sure that it was still recording. Yes. Can I speak with your wife? And then he gave me the phone. And I started to say, just have a conversation with the girl, right? Girl, at that time, I think she gave birth to her twin boys at that time. So that was the first time I was going to say congratulations to her. So I was congratulating her. I was like, I'm so happy for you. Your boys, your husband. And she was like, oh, you're so lucky. Mind you, my phone is always on speaker when I talk. So my phone was on speaker. And she was like, you're so lucky. Your husband flew all the way from Canada to be with you when you had your daughter. I was like, oh, and she was like, oh no, her own husband did not come from the US to be with her when she had her twin. I was trying to encourage the girl. I was like, hey, even if your husband comes, you still be the one to stand up at night to breastfeed. You still be the one to make the food if you're giving your baby formula, right? I was like, you still be the one to give your baby formula. You still be the one to change the diaper. You really will not sleep, even if the man is there. My ex got offended. How dare you? And that girl was still on that call. How dare you? I flew all the way from Canada to be with you and you are not grateful all the way. Do you know how far it is to fly all the way from Canada to come and visit you in Australia, to be by you? I was so shocked I could not say anything. And his cousin was like, Ross, no now. He never reached like that. This thing that I am saying, you know what my divorce has? I don't know if it destroyed me in a way. I don't expect people to say the truth. Right now, I'm here. If I ask you a question, I expect you to lie. That's how much divorce has changed me. I expect you to lie. If you then say the truth, I'll be like, oh, you have integrity. Oh, thank God for your life. Oh. Anyway, with this story, I'm sure if his cousin watched this video, she will remember that day, because that was the first day and the last day that I spoke with that girl. I did not talk to her again. And then she was like telling him, oh bros, no, it's not like that now. She was just telling me, no bros. He was telling her, no, she's an ingrate. I already know her. She's an ingrate. I was right there standing in complete shock. I was so shocked I couldn't move. I have never experienced that thing in my life. I didn't get married as a virgin. I dated boys. So for me to be embarrassed like that by my husband in presence of his cousin was the first of its kind in my life. I have never experienced it. Never. So I was standing there shocked. She's an ingrate. She's never grateful. Nothing you do for her is ever enough. The girl was pleading on my behalf. And he finally ended the call. My goodness. And then I went to him later and I said, please, if you don't ever want me to talk to your relatives, kindly don't give me the phone. Please, I beg you. That kind of embarrassment, what did I do to deserve it? You are an ingrate. That's what you did to deserve it. An ingrate. I flew all the way from Canada to be with you in Australia, and you had the infantry, you had the right to be telling her that even if her husband came to visit her or to be with her, to be by her side when she was having their twin, that she would have still been the one to stand up. I was like, what? Was I not the one standing up? Was I? Yes, that's what I'm telling you now. You are an ingrate. You don't appreciate anything. Like I said, that made me realize that I entered a situation where I don't know when I'll be able to come out. I don't know if it will be possible for me to come out safe. I don't know if I'm even going to come out sane. I don't know if I'll be able to come out with my dignity intact. I don't know. That situation really made me realize that I'm married to a man that does not respect me one bit. And I was right at that time, that would gladly allow any person to disrespect me. Because there is a proverb in Benin that says, if someone that owns a cloth refers to that cloth as a rag, another person has the right to use that cloth to clean any mess on the floor. Because the owner of that cloth has said that the cloth is a rag. So anybody can just come and pick up the cloth and say, hey, you're raising a rag now, I'm going to clean ground. That was the day that I knew that I was married to a man that would be okay if anyone in his family disrespects me. He will be okay. He will be fine by it. He will not have a problem with it. Because look at how he just disrespected me in the presence of his cousin. That was the first betrayal that I experienced in Canada. If you've not watched the video where I talked about how he allowed me lift things, then my cesarean line opened up again. I'll leave the link here for you to go watch that video. For me, 7 years was God taking me through a class. I don't believe that anything that we go through in life is wasted. I believe that there is a reason for it. And it's my prayer every day for myself and for any woman going through any form of abuse, that may the purpose or the reason that God allowed that thing to happen, may it be clear to you. May you not lose your sanity before God reveals the reason, or before he even delivers you or gives you the strength to walk away from whatever it is that you're drowning in, from whatever it is that is making you lose your self-worth and sanity. May God in his infinite mercy come to your rescue speedily. May he come quickly. May he not come late for you. That is my prayer for any woman here, because the 7 years that I spent were years of disrespect, betrayal, lies that can literally raise the dead. When the dead will get it, like, when did that happen again? Those were the lies that I endured. Those were the lies that were told about me. But I thank God for giving me the strength to walk away, for giving me the strength to stand on business, for not allowing me to believe or to accept when people started to say, don't worry, we'll be able to talk to him and it will change. I knew that it was beyond lack of mentorship or lack of prayer. It was a fundamental problem in the upbringing. It is a fundamental problem in the upbringing of the person. And the person has to be able to make conscious efforts to change. Therapy, mentorship, they are good, but there are some things that they cannot fix. You cannot be telling me that somebody that is mentally unstable needs mentorship. That person is sick. That person needs to be taken to a specialist. The person is sick upstairs. It's not a mentorship problem. And I think that's one of the ways that people talk women into remaining in situations that are killing them. Situations, marriages and relationships that is literally draining the life out of them. They will tell them, don't worry, it's mentorship that he needs. Now he will be accountable to me. Sir, you are not there when he lies to the woman or when he beats her. You are not there. So anyway, that was the first betrayal that I received or that I experienced when I entered Canada. And that was just only the beginning. The others that came are mind-blowing. You would just be like, a man that you have your children for, your mind will not be able to receive it. You'll be blown away. You'll be shocked. But like I said, I thank God for his mercies, that I'm here, that I found my peace again, and that God has been carrying me. And every day he has made me really know that he's by my side and that he will never leave me nor forsake me. And that is exactly what I'm telling any woman here that is going through the same thing. God will never leave you nor forsake you. Hold on to God. Pray to him for strength. He's your light. He's your salvation. He's your strength. And by the special grace of God and by his mercy, he will bring you out with his righteous right hand from any pit that you are in. God bless you. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.